Well, the teams are done sorting out their feelings on the pitch. The Mexicans have made their way inside their room. The Canadians remain on the field to acknowledge the fans. Your goal scorer there for Canada, Kyle Larin, picking up the drum. He is now tied with Dwayne De Rosario for all-time goals on the men's side. One more. That record is his. We already saw a record tonight with Atiba Hutchinson in all-time appearances. A 2-1 victory for Canada over Mexico. Andy Petrillo alongside Oliver Platt and Christian Jack. I asked you in the pregame show, if they beat Mexico, which by the way, they got the full 6 in this window, are you locking them for Qatar? How are you feeling now?
I don't know if it's the cold or the adrenaline. I'm feeling a little delirious. I want to lock them in. You know, when you watch a performance like that and you watch scenes like these, like, how can this team not be in Qatar next year? Because right now, quite frankly, they're the best team in CONCACAF, and they're going to finish 2021 in first place above the United States and above Mexico. And like, what more can you say about this group right now? Every game, John Herdman gives them an opportunity to win, and well, not every game, but a lot of very difficult games now, his players are taking those opportunities.
Yeah, very poignant scenes, you know, quite emotional watching it, I have to say. You know, to go out there and beat that team the way they did. You know, you can win football matches in many, many different ways. And sometimes you can win football matches and you don't truly deserve them. This team keeps winning matches because they are dictating the processes and they are getting rewarded with the outcomes. And that is why this is going to work. That is why in 370 days they are going to be kicking off a FIFA World Cup in Qatar. That is the process that is the reason why. They are not fortunate to win these matches. They are dictating them. And they're going toe-to-toe with the giants of CONCACAF in Mexico and no longer getting bullied by these teams on the pitch and off the either, by the way. You know, they've been stompled and trampled over these teams for years in this region, and the back end of bad decision making by certain officials as well. Go out there and make your own luck. Go out there and earn your own right to be there and support and get with your supporters tonight. What a monumental victory it is for the sport in this country, and for that group of players. You earn the right to get out there and perform that way and win that game. How can you say they're not going to make it after watching a performance like that?
Okay, I'm hearing locks by both Ollie and KJ here. Maybe some cancellation insurance on the side, but I don't think so. Here they are engaging the fans, always with the drum and getting the clap going. Let's discuss Kyle Larin. This is somebody who subbed in on Friday, KJ, because he was dealing with a stomach ailment. This is somebody who has scored the most goals in a single campaign in a calendar year. How special has it been for Kyle Larin to see this resurgence in his career?
Well, it's very special, and they deserve a ton of credit, the people who got hold of him in Europe, by the way, and what he's doing for Besiktas. Prime level coaching, he's got fitter, he's far better without the ball, he understands things, and this is a magnificent delivery by Stefan Estacio to score the goal by Kyle Larin. There was a moment in the last game at the Azteca when Steven Vittoria almost scored at the back post, a set piece against Mexico, the same way. What a brilliant celebration, by the way, to see Adakubi go in. But it's a tremendous finish, and it has to be said, the way they win the free kick, again, Estacio wins the free kick. Canada won so many free kicks tonight by being smart, and when you're on the right end of that, you get rewarded again. Look at this delivery. How can you defend that? It's a magnificent delivery, and the touch is exemplary, and we need to talk about how these players are finishing these goals. Jonathan David scored a goal almost at the same spot on Friday night, and people said it was a goalkeeping error. His first touch allowed him to open his body up and put it in, and that touch by Larin comes from reading the ability to come across and score a goal, much like his first goal in here as well at this end, anticipating. And this is why he's at the top of the charts. Every credit. Dwayne De Rosario, wonderful player as well. But David and Larin are going to leave these guys for many, many years. But this is what we've got, two outstanding number 9s at the prime of their careers.
And it's a big decision tonight to leave Jonathan David out. He's one of the top strikers in Europe right now. He's just come off the Costa Rica game where he scored a goal and probably played one of his best games during this qualification process. But it was the right man for the occasion. It was the right man for the job that was there to be done. And again, you have to give John Herdman a ton of credit for that, because every window he comes in and he looks at each game individually, sets out what he calls the mission. You know, how do we get something out of each one of those games? What's going to be the right game plan? And then he doesn't pick based on, you know, profile or what's going to make people happy or anything like that. It's the right pieces for the, you know, for the task at hand. And once again, he's got it spot on tonight.
We keep saying the word death. John Herdman keeps talking about how he can bring just about anybody in the second half. But when you see what they're able to do out there with Davies and Larin and Buchanan, and oh, by the way, your sub is Jonathan David, who is a goal-scoring machine in Liga. Not too shabby. A monumental and momentous 2-1 victory over Mexico for Canada in World Cup qualifying.
Setting fashion, Larin continues to dominate.
For the first time since February 2000 in a quarterfinal game of the CONCACAF Gold Cup, the Canadians defeat the Mexicans, and how about that? As the 2021 calendar comes to an end, the next World Cup qualifying window will be in January. The Canadians will enter as top seed USA, drawing with Jamaica today, so they just picked up a point, and the Mexicans losing here now as well. Back-to-back losses, by the way. They're coming off a loss to the United States on Friday. Andy, Oliver, KJ, still with you here. Things got a little tense, though, near the end there, Ollie. Yes, they had a nice 2-0 victory, but in the 90th minute, the Mexicans showed why this is not an easy giant to slay.
Yeah, well, Mexico changed their system back to their normal 4-3-3 at halftime, and I think Canada's eyes would have lit up in a lot of ways because it meant they had chances, they had opportunities to go forwards, more space to play into, but we also can't forget that Mexico are a very dangerous team when they play this normal system in their own right. So I think this, this period of pressure was somewhat inevitable at the end of the game when you're trying to protect that lead, and Mexico are fighting for so much. Look, the defense got a little bit panicked at times. They end up conceding a goal. One guy who didn't get panicked, KJ, Milan Borjan, who I thought was absolutely magnificent. Didn't overplay, didn't get scrambly at all. Just kept his focus and made some crucial saves.
Yeah, that save there, very, very close to the ball going over the line. By all accounts, it just wasn't over the line, but what a moment. You can see he keeps his eye on the ball. A lot of goalkeepers, I think, would go down earlier there because
exactly.
he always watches the ball, see how quickly he is to rescue it at that moment. Mexico are almost celebrating at that moment. It's one thing now as we've got Journey playing behind us saying, don't stop believing it. It's okay to say this, the next thing I'm going to say. I'm glad that happened. You need that sometimes, I think, to go through those moments. It wasn't a night for Canada to just cruise and get out there. They needed a little bit of that. They'll be better for it, by the way. CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, you're supposed to get bruised a little bit. And that against Mexico, that's fine at the end. That'll be a little bit of a wake-up call, a little bit message. They've never beaten Mexico in a World Cup qualifier by multiple goals. Okay, they could have done it tonight, but that's how hard it is. So they didn't get that, but okay, they still won by 2-1. No one cares. 3 points, it's the only number that matters. And in the end, they were able to survive that, and Borjan got his moment, which he deserves.
Borjan making saves, Borjan after the game leading the huddle. Also Borjan at the end of the game playing security guard. I think he was pushing his own teammates around more than the Mexican players because he wanted his teammates to calm down, not get into any trouble, and enjoy the moment. And you know what we did? We enjoyed watching Atiba Hutchinson here tonight, becoming the all-time leader in appearances on the men's side. He's with our Adam Jenkins.
Well, Atiba, so many places I want to start congratulating you. The all-time cap record, the monumental results, and it came on such a big day for you. It's a massive day for this team and this country. What's running through Atiba Hutchinson's mind right now?
So much. I think it's all the work that's been put in. For me, the most important at this stage was getting a win here in this game, because that sets the tone for the future and how things are going. So this was important for me to just help with the team as much as I could, for us to go out there and show our brotherhood. Obviously, I have the most caps now, but it's more about what's going on in this country and the direction the program is going in. To see what's happening here in the stadium and around the country, that means a lot, because we've come a long way. So I'm very happy to be a part of all of this.
Well, 44,000 here, literal millions watching at home tonight. The cold, the pitch, the result. What are you going to remember the most about tonight?
I'll remember how the country came together and supported us, and they've shown that. I think that's what will stick most with me. And obviously how we went out there and performed today in front of our fans here at home. Yeah, this is New Canada, and this is where we want to be, and these are the performances we want to go out there and put out.
To finally get the 3 points on Mexico, you finished 2021 the best team in CONCACAF in this group. Is this the most confident you've ever seen a Canadian men's national team?
Hands down, hands down. We go into the games now with a lot of confidence, and that's what I've always wanted for this country, for this team. And yeah, that's where we need to be. And like I said, I'm very happy. And we're just going to keep pushing the limits and keep striving to get better and better.
Well, we tip our cap to you, Atiba. Congratulations on everything. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Made his appearance for the senior team at the young age of 19, and now he leads the way with 90 all-time appearances. Pretty big victory as well when he gets this record. So Canada entering this competition, by the way, ranked 48th in FIFA. You have to imagine they're going to climb the rankings here a lot. Their all-time highest ranking, 40th. That was back in 1996. And the reason why they get the win, a brace by this gentleman. Let's hear from Kyle Larin.
Well, Kyle, we're celebrating a monumental win for this country, Atiba's cap record, and now a record of your own for the most goals in a single campaign. A brace on top of it. Where does this all sit for you when you've worn this crest on your shirt?
It sits with the guys on my team, and we fight together, and then we defend, we attack together, we do everything together, you know, and then that's where it starts. And you see the performance on the field, and I couldn't score goals without them, so I'm happy to win too.
What are you going to remember the most about tonight? Is it the cold? Is it the fans? Is it the result? Because there was so much happening. How are you processing that, and what will you take home with you?
I don't know, it's exciting, and then I'm still going to process it after I go back home. But I couldn't do it without the guys on the pitch with me, and we fought together. The fans came out and supported us, and we have a whole country behind us now, and we'll keep doing what we've been doing.
Well, Kyle, lastly, what was the toughest thing mentally about this game? Is it the pitch? Is it the cold? Is it the pressure of playing Mexico? What makes tonight so difficult and all the more impressive that you came away with a win?
I mean, most of us grew up in the cold, and then this is nothing new to us, but it just took time getting used to it. And you see, we played and we fought, and that was the most important thing. And the Mexicans are always a good team, good players, and then now we're first place, so I'm happy to end the year off like this, and then we'll keep fighting.
It's a great place to be. Can't wait to see you in 2022. Congratulations, Kyle.
Thank you very much.
Great performance by the Besiktas forward as we bring you the full-time stats now, brought to you by Toyota. 2-1 the final here. The Mexicans making it tight with their 90-minute goal, but the Canadians hold on both those goals by Kyle Larin. And yeah, he doesn't care about the snow and the ice. We talked about the weather conditions. This is the home field advantage. This is exactly what Canada wanted. Let's celebrate by just diving into a snowbank. How many of us did that as children? There you go, Sam. That's what every Canadian did in their childhood, that is for sure. But we keep saying monumental, we keep saying momentous. First time they defeated Mexico since 2000. Where do you rank this win, though, KJ?
Well, you know, for modern day times, it's right there at the very top. You know, we're comparing a team that's only been to a World Cup once in 1986, and there's many people, I don't have the time to say it right now, where we're coming to the end of the era, that has paved the way for these players. But I'll just finish on this. For me, there's a lot of talk about individuals, and it's Alphonso Davies' City, and I think in North America they focus a lot on individuals in sport. It was a moment for team tonight, collective team. That team and that belief in that team is why they continue to go through the inner belief, and they realize they're going to do it.
Yep.
For sure. Agree with everything.
I think now the party is going to start for us over here as well. 2-1 victory for Canada. They want everyone to come along and enjoy the ride with them. They now lead the standings. They remain undefeated in the final round of qualifying. They will enjoy their holiday break before they get back at it in January. On behalf of everyone, thanks for tuning in inside snowy and cold Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton. We'll see you next time.